Morning. Happy Wednesday. So, funny thing, I legit recorded a video last week and thought it uploaded. Didn't even care to double check. I don't know why. And I just realized yesterday that it wasn't uploaded. So I was like, this is what being, I guess, careless gets you. So I thought I was uploading videos and then clearly they weren't being uploaded. So, yeah, my week's going off great. But no, I just wanted to hop on here and share with you all. Like this morning, I just woke up feeling so like mind boggled and just so distracted and so everything. Even before I went to sleep, I just felt like I had so much to do. Like everything was just so overwhelming for me. And I was just like praying. I was like, God, I'm just surrendering this to you. Like I'm leading. I was like praying for a sound mind before I went to sleep. And then I even like wrestled before I went to sleep. And then I wrote this long to-do list that I needed to do today. And then this morning, of course, I shared how I was feeling. And I was like, nope, Jennifer, we're not doing this. Like, we're not doing this. And I put on some worship music, and then I started reading emails, and I got on social media, was answering some DMs. I did like all these things, and I still had my worship music playing. It's like I heard the Holy Spirit when it was just like, get into worship. Then I texted a friend, and then another friend texted me. So I'm like, all right, now, like I've been up since 6:15. It's now 10:34, and I'm just like, yo, this can't be the tone for the day. I cannot let this day take me. And even when I was talking to one of my friends, she was just all like, I definitely believe you need to get in a place of in a posture of worship. Just throw on some worship music and just worship. And then I was like, I did. I was just like, I have Maverick City on right now in the background, like right, Maverick City. They set the tone. And I'm just like so I'm just like, all right. And it's funny because one of my friends was venting to me about what she's been going through in the process she is and how she's using today to just rest. And I'm giving her all this feedback like, yes girl, rest, do this, do that, blah blah blah. And I'm like pouring so much into her, and I'm sitting here like, Jennifer, you need to take your own personal advice. You need to chillax before this day can even start, before you can step foot outside this house, before you can power on your laptop to do anything. Eat your own words. And my phone was going crazy. I had like 30 messages, and then the emails just weren't stopping. It was like important emails, spam emails, like just regular emails. And I was just like, nope. I put my phone on DND, put my AirPods in. Granted, nobody's here with me. I put my AirPods in just to tune out everything and just went into like deep worship. And when I tell you guys, that was the most exhilarating, relieving, decompressing moment I've had. And even in the midst of my worship, I heard the Holy Spirit just saying, let go, let go. Like God has you in the palm of your hands, the palm of his hands, excuse me. Let go. And I was just being vulnerable. And the truth was, I felt like I needed to do all this because I didn't want to fail here. I didn't want to do this. Like I'm in a season where I'm not sure 100% what's next, but I don't want to fail. So I feel like I just need to do X, Y, Z, X, Y, Z. And I need to keep myself busy, because if I'm busy, I'm productive, which we know is not true. And I know it's not true. And I stopped worshiping about 10 or so, and I'm okay. And when I look back at this list, I genuinely don't have to do everything today. Like there's still 2 more full days in the week. Like I'm stressing and worrying and being anxious about literally nothing. Granted, I'm like praying it, but I'm not walking it. And I thank the Holy Spirit for making that so live for me. And I wanted to share that with you guys because I don't know who needs to hear it. Because if me and 2 of my sisters were struggling with it this morning, and we're all in different states, like literally hours apart, I know somebody else could benefit from this. Whatever you need to do, position yourself, posture yourself in a place of worship, rest in the presence of the Holy Spirit, just rest in silence. Because that's at one point what I did before I even turned on my worship music. I made myself a bagel and I just sat in silence because I just needed to release. I just needed to not think. I just needed to There's no words that I can even think of. Just just needed to let it all go. And once I let that go and I cleared my mind and I was able to worship and able to listen, Holy Spirit spoke to me. And then even with this word of letting go from the Holy Spirit, I have been reading Acts, and the Holy Spirit has been leading me to read Acts. So I'm in chapter 22, almost done with the book. It's been going on since last month. And when I started the study of Acts or reading of Acts, and I think about these disciples. I think about Paul. I think about Peter. I think about like what they did. They left everything. They let go of everything and they chose to live a life for Christ. Like, yes, we are all disciples for Christ. Like, yes, we are walking this out for Christ. But it's like they really were okay with just letting go. I read about how the last chapters I read about how Paul said goodbye to the church of Ephesus. And I'm just like, oh, I might have the name of the church wrong. Sorry. Second guessing myself now. I'm pretty sure I'm right. But it's like, the people were sad because they knew this was the last time they'll see him. But he was okay because he knew he had to let go. I don't know if you guys watch Pastor Tim Ross with Upset the Gram, and his YouTube channel is called The Basement. I'll link it below. But he talks about how he's just moving on because God has told him to, and he knows I need to let go. And I don't know, just reading Acts, listening to Pastor Tim, and watching him, and just being in this position right now, I just don't know who needs to hear it, but let it go. And, when you're feeling anxious like I am and my homegirls are, just know when to step back, when to rest, and then when to just press into the Holy Spirit. Because for you, it might not be that you need to worship. Sometimes you need to be like my other friend and just sit, take a bath, just take a day to decompress. That's all I got for you guys. I love you guys. I definitely encourage you guys to read Acts. It's amazing. I definitely was like, oh, I'm going to upload this video today and talk about this. And the Holy Spirit was like, no, shut up. It's funny how I always have something. And this is my control of letting go, allowing the Holy Spirit to lead. Stop thinking that I'm going to be uploading all these videos and talking about this. Because trust me, I have like endless words I can share with you guys. And the Holy Spirit's always like, no, you're going to say this. But have a great Wednesday, midweek, so close to Friday. Pray for your girl on Friday. I do leave for Chicago to run a marathon. Prayers, please, for me and the 30,000 plus that are also running, and just traveling mercies. And of course, the organization that I fundraise for, World Vision, it is a Christian organization. And, their mission was to bring water to children across the globe, and we've met our goal and surpassed it a little bit, I believe. So we give God glory for that. And, I just continue to support, and I'll always support them, but I always ask that you all will continue to support me, support them, support whoever is working for God. Like, that's the only way we're going to get the gospel across to people, is living it out and walking it out and showing it rather than speaking it. And that's my theology. All right. Have a great one.